I'm a king. When I throw that, let me take a seat. Give me all that, give me what I need. When I fall back, give it to my seat.
That together, please. YouTube, yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulty.
When I fall back, give it to my. I'm a queen. Well, I like it cold, but I get a lot of cream. Looking at the board, I'm the most important piece. King in the game, if you ain't got me. Girl from the hood, and I want a high king.
All right, YouTube.
Popping in the palace, popping in the streets. And my throne might tilt, but it ain't calling. Look at the gold medal, sit down, you should know better.
How we doing, Queens? How we doing this evening, Queens? Thank you for those Queens tapping in. Welcome, Queens. Happy Sunday. What did we cook today, Queens? I cooked today Sunday dinner. So yes. Things are ready. Turn that down. Good evening, and welcome, Queens. Welcome to Auntie Time with Queen Sabrina. If you don't know me, get to know me. Welcome. As I always say, John Sells and Annie Mae Curry birthed me. The Pueblo Del Rio housing projects in Los Angeles, California raised me. And Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee educated me. And those are the three components that have emerged me into the queen that I am today. So welcome, Queens. Tap in with your crowns. I hope your Sunday evening is going well, okay? So we're going to get into it. As I always let y'all know each and every Sunday, how to save that money on your monthly grocery bill. Okay, so last week we talked about when to buy, right? We're not just buying things just because like, oh, we see things, buy it. When you buy them at a good price. So, for example, I told you guys, buy the meat when it is what? Buy one, get one free. Instead of paying $18 for a pack of wings, let's try paying $7 for one pack of wings, right? For the amount that you would have paid for the $18. Why pay $18 for a pack of wings when you can pay $7 for one pack and get the other one free? Make it make sense. I also share with you guys a program that Kroger has regarding their milk, how you can get milk on clearance. Remember, Kroger has a 10-day milk program that they will drop their milk on the second date on that milk carton or that milk gallon. So there's 2 dates on the milk. First date is the date that the milk expires. The second date is the date that Kroger knows when they are going to put that milk on clearance. So let's watch out for that, right? Second thing that we talked about last week was finding out where the bulk item is in your store. I'm not talking about what Costco's or Sam's Club buying in bulk. I'm talking about bulk as in self-serve items. These self-serve items can be coffee, they can be beans, they can be seasoning, they can be oatmeal, they can be honey. Okay, they can be quinoa. They can even be chocolate covered almonds and chocolate covered pretzels. Okay, it really just depends on what your market carries. Okay, remember I showed y'all how I paid about 50 cents for a big bag of cayenne pepper, and I showed y'all that big bag of parsley that I paid for. That was about what, 80 cents for that bag of parsley. And I shared with you guys that the average price of one seasoning is between $2.50 to $3 for one seasoning. So when I went to the grocery store, I shared with you guys that I got 11 seasonings for about $11.57. Now, had I gone directly in the normal seasoning aisle and looked for my pepper, salt, Cajun seasoning, parsley, lemon pepper, taco seasoning, I would have spent at least $25 to $30 for those seasonings. So I also share with you guys the number one places, grocery stores, where they have these bulk/self-serve items. They are Whole Foods, HEB, Trader Joe's, and Sprouts, right? Whole Foods, HEB, Trader Joe's, and Sprouts. Those are the grocery stores that you can find the bulk aisle item, okay? So let's get into it, Queens, the topic for today, okay? We are going to talk about getting to know your store and avoid lazy shopping, okay? I talked about getting to know your store, knowing where that clearance aisle is, right? That's getting to know your store. But I'm talking about getting to know the employees in your store, because you go there at least 2 to 3 times a week. At least I know I do. For me, sometimes it's 4 or 5 times a week. So I get to know the employees in the store. Queens, this will open a whole new shopping experience for you, okay? It's called personalized shopping, okay? So let me just explain what happened to me this week in the store, okay? Going to the store, doing my weekly clearance run at my local Kroger. Shout out to the Krogers over there on San Felipe and Voss here in Houston. So yes, doing my weekly Kroger clearance. I'm in there in the chicken section, seeing if they have that buy one get one free. They did not. So Queen was not purchasing any chicken that day. Okay. Lo and behold, my local employee, Miss Brenda, whom works at the self checkout at the Kroger, whom I see 3 to 4 times a week, and we have a little chit chat here about what's going on with Miss Brenda and this, that, and the third. Miss Brenda comes to the back with her grocery cart, but Miss Brenda is at work. She asked me, where are the chicken leg quarter bags that are on clearance, that are on sale for $2.99 a bag? I said, Miss Brenda, I don't see those, but what I do see is the ones that say $2.99 per pound. She said, oh, no, 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 no. A customer just rung them up. So let me see where they are at. Baby, Miss Brenda got the meat man. The meat man brought 2 boxes out of those bags of chicken leg quarters. Okay. Miss Brenda got 6. I got 2. The meat man said, hey, that's not the price. They're supposed to be $2.99 per pound. So y'all go ahead and go ring them up real quick, because I'm getting ready to change that price. So me, the loyal customer who has developed a relationship with Miss Brenda, the local Kroger employee, okay, Miss Brenda put me up on game of the sale for that day, okay, the get up for the day at Kroger. I don't know how many other customers got them chicken leg quarters for $3 a bag when they're supposed to be $2.99 per pound, but I did. Okay, so I went ahead and rang them up, and then I continued to shop because Mr. Butcher Man said go ahead and go ring them up because he was changing that price. So I had to lock it in. Well, it was locked and loaded. So it's a benefit, you know. And Miss Brenda also shares with me, hey, did you go look in clearance? We just put some new stuff over there, because Miss Brenda knows I like a good deal. So your local employees will also let you know what's going on in the store too. So it's good. It's good to make friends and it's good to get to know the employees that are in your local store. Okay? So what else the other topic for today? Okay. Oh, avoid lazy shopping. What do I mean by avoid lazy shopping? Avoid those pre-packaged items, okay? Those cut up fruit that they already have in a little plastic container, okay? They already have vegetables cut up like the onions and things that are already cut up. Avoid those, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, those are way more expensive than you just cutting up the onion yourself, you just getting a pineapple, cutting it up yourself. Most fruits, when you purchase them, they do have a tag on them and they do show you instructions on how to cut or peel the fruit if you don't know. But we do also have YouTube and we have Google. So if you don't know how to cut or peel a fruit, just look it up, save you that little bit of extra coins of having someone else do something for you. When you learn to do things yourself, then that's how you're going to save money. But when someone else is doing something for you, that's going to cost you. Okay, so make it make sense. If you queens have any questions or comments, like I said, go ahead and put them in the chat. I am live on YouTube as well and Facebook. So I will be checking my comments in both of those areas. Okay, so avoid lazy shopping, queens, and also let's make those relationships with our local store employees, right? Okay, so next topic, right? Dating. Okay, what did we talk about last week? We talked about our expectation, queens, right? Versus the reality of what we get, right? We talked about maybe having an expectation of maybe want someone that's 6'3", but we get somebody that's 5'9". We may have an expectation that we want somebody that may have a deep, very white voice, but we may get something that's a little bit more high pitched. We may have an expectation that someone wants to be making 6 figures, but they're really just making 5 figures, okay? Are we willing to accept the realities that we are getting? And can we work with those realities that we get? Can we bring that 5 figure up to a 6 figure? Okay. Some things we can and some things we can't. We can't make someone be 6'3" if they're 5'9". Certain things we will just have to learn to accept, right? So then we got into what? Knowing what our non-negotiables are. Knowing what we will not accept, okay? Because I let y'all know I'm not accepting no crackhead or no addict. That's a non-negotiable. I find out you sniffing that coca, it's a wrap, okay? I find out you shooting that needle and you ain't a diabetic and it's some insulin, it's a wrap. Because I can't do it. So that is a non-negotiable for me. It may not be a non-negotiable for you, queen, but it is a non-negotiable for me. So that's what we talked about last week, knowing our non-negotiables and just our expectation versus the reality, and are we able to work with the reality that we are getting, right? That's what we talked about. So what we're going to talk about today, queens, is knowing when to take things to the next level, meaning knowing when going from dating and getting to know a person and making that person our boyfriend, or making that person from our boyfriend to our husband. Like, how do we know that? Other topic we're going to get into is, how do we know when we should introduce that person to our children, to our family? How do we know? Okay. So, how do we know when to go from being just, hey, we're dating, I'm trying to see who you are, to now, hey, you my man, okay? Like, my daughter, her homegirl at the volleyball game, she kept saying, ooh, that's my man right there, that's my man. Okay, this girl is about 12, but she was saying that that boy was her man. So when do we know when someone is going to be our man? Okay, so is there like a time limit? Is there like, oh, okay, I've been dating this person for X amount of months, so now it's time for us to move to the next phase? Is it a certain thing that this person has to do or show you to say, yeah, I think I want to take this person to the next level? Okay. I think for everyone, Queen is different. It really just depends on you, your personal circumstance, your personal preference, your personal healing journey, what you're going through, where you are. Some people may take them 30 days. They say, hey, after 30 days, I got to know this person. We need to see where it's going. Some people, it could be 6 months. Some people, it could be a year, you know, but you have to find that person that will be willing to wait for whatever it is, whatever that thing is, whatever that time period is. When you find that person, you know. But one thing that I do know, Queens, okay, it shouldn't be you that is pushing the issue to be in a relationship or to be in a marriage. My daddy always told me if a man can't lead you into a relationship and wanted to be with you, he can't lead you into anything. Nothing. Okay? So, whatever it is for you, whatever that thing is that lets you know it's time for you to move on to the next phase, you know what that is, Queen. Don't let your friends pressure you like, oh, what's going on? But they will check in with you and say, hey, what's going on? Should you been dating a man X amount of months? Do you like him? What's going on? Is he a secret? What's happening? Because people want to know. Next topic. How do we know when we should introduce our significant other to our children, to our family, right? You going over his house, he going over your house, you done dropped off some food, the child in the back, you done picked him up because his car was broke, the child in the back, he done came to the house, put up a picture, child then saw him. What we waiting on? The child done seen him. The child has met the person. At this point, depending on the age of the child, then it's the type of conversation that you're having. Because the child is not blind, they have two eyes, they have seen this person multiple times. So they're now thinking, well, who is this person? Is this a family member? Is this my uncle? Whom is this person? So now they're waiting for you to introduce them to your significant other, okay? Because sometimes, Queens, we as parents think that our children are not aware of what's happening, what's going on. Just think back when you were a child, you had some type of awareness. You knew something was going on, but you were confused. Wouldn't it have just been much easier if someone would have told you what was going on so you wouldn't be so dang on confused? Because I sure wish that someone would have told me a lot of the things that I was confused on. So sometimes our children already know. They know what they know. Okay? Because then we start to say, hey, well, is my child not comprehending? Do they don't know what's going on? Because if your child don't know what's going on, then hey, we might want to get them tested. Okay? So the child can see, but it is also what's happening in the relationship with you and that person. Okay? How are you feeling about that person? Do you think this person is going to be around consistently to be bringing them around your family? I mean, your children? Because we haven't touched on the family yet. That's what we want to know. Because bringing them around your family is different than bringing them around your children. And that's what we need to understand, queens. Okay? First, we need to bring them around our children. See how that foundation is. Make sure that we are building a strong foundation. Then let's bring them around our family. Because when you bring them around your family, guess what you know is happening. If you got a real family, they gonna tell you what they think of them. Or you gonna ask your family what you think of them. I know, I did. So you got to make sure that you're ready for what they say, because you got to know that person. You ain't gonna know everything about them, but you got to know something, because you can't come to your family bringing a man, woman, whomever around them, and then when they say anything that'll shake that foundation, it got you questioning. Oh, should I make this person my man? You got to be ready for it. Because people will have you questioning your relationship, your mate, when you bring them around. But what we have to remember, queens, sometimes people are having questions that they would have personally, that you may not personally have. People can sometimes project what they're going through on your relationship. So that's why you have to be strong and secure within your relationship before you just go bringing a whole person around your family that they ready to judge, to tear down, to try to make sure that this person is not there to harm you. Not that they don't think that the person is a good person, but they're just trying to see and make sure. So we got to know when it's time and when we're ready to bring this mate around our family, but we got to make sure, queens, that we have that strong foundation, because baby, those bullets gonna come. They gonna come fast, and you got to be ready for them. You have to be ready for them, queens. Okay. Let me check the comments here on YouTube and Facebook. I don't see anything here in the comments, so we will move on to our next topic, which is traveling queens, right? I told y'all everyone wants to travel like a queen, but we do not want to spend that money, okay? So, the most important way to be able to travel like a queen, okay, so that we can enjoy our vacation. We already done spent money on the flight. Now we got to pay these luggage fees, especially if you have a transfer flight or anything. Sometimes that could be an additional luggage fee. Okay, so, excuse me. Ooh, let me get a little bit of my tea here. As I always share with y'all, I got my candy cane peppermint tea here, Celestial Seasonings. Yeah, this weather has been going up and down in Houston. It's going from cold to warm, this and that. So my throat has definitely been a little bit dry with that. But as I was saying, yes, we want to avoid the luggage fees, okay? So how do we avoid those additional luggage fees, okay? Try and take a carry-on bag, right? Sorry, let's go back, Queens. I forgot. Recap of what we talked about last week. We talked about saving money on food while traveling, right? I talked about how you can, one, schedule and organize your meals, plan out what you're going to eat when you're on vacation. I also talked about fasting, skipping a meal. You don't have to eat all throughout the whole vacation. Save a meal so that you can be able to enjoy a better meal later on in the day. Okay, we ain't going on vacation to just eat. That's not what vacation is for. So that's how you're going to save money, is to eat less while you're on vacation. I also talked about airport hacks of food, right? Airport, it's all about liquids. Liquids is no more than 6 ounces of liquids. You can go through the airport. You can bring water through the airport, okay? So they ain't said nothing about anything being frozen. When water is frozen, it becomes a solid, which is ice. So you can bring frozen water bottles through the airport security. Okay, just make sure that you sip the excess water that has melted before you put it through the security. Okay. Also, what they don't tell you is you are allowed a food bag that has nothing to do with your carry on or your personal items. Okay. So, in that food bag, it can have nothing but food, but the food also has to be sealed or in a container. Okay. So, remember, frozen water bottles and a food bag. Okay. Sorry, Queen. So, moving on to the topic of today, which is avoiding extra luggage fees, right? By using a carry on bag. That's how you can avoid extra luggage fees. Also, packing light, Queens. Okay. Depending on where you're going, okay, you may need a carry on. Sometimes you may need a check in. But let's try and pack light. If you can just carry a carry on bag, okay, to avoid extra luggage fees, try to do that. Queens, I know when we go on vacation, we want to have and be able to do any and everything like we at the house, right? We want to take it all. But this is the thing. We not going home. We going on vacation. So if you want to have every single thing and every single amenity that you have at your house and you want to feel like you at home on vacation, then maybe you need to stay home. Because what Erykah Badu says, she say, pack light. That's what you need to do. But how can we pack light, Queens? How can we? Okay. Here are some tips on packing light. Okay. Number one, let's plan out each outfit that you're going to wear for that day when you're on vacation. So if you got a 4-day vacation, let's get them 4 outfits together. That's all we need. But what we need to do is stick to it. I know I hear the thing, oh, I got to have options. I wake up, I need to have options. You can still have options. If on Monday, your option for that day, you're going to wear pants. Have 2 different options for a shirt. Okay, that's it. If you don't wear that shirt Monday, then you're going to wear it Wednesday. That's the thing. Your option still got to be something that you are going to wear. You can't just bring excessive clothes. Okay, people pack excessively. Okay. Second thing, limit the pair of shoes. Okay. All we really need, Queens, is 3 pair of shoes. You need a heel, you need a tennis shoe, and you need a flat. Decide what color it's going to be. That's it. Coordinate your shoes with your clothes and wear your heaviest shoe on your feet. Because remember, if we are going to be checking in the bag, that's weight limit, right? So that's why I say wear your heaviest shoe. Okay. Another tip, have bottoms that can go with different tops. So have your pants, have your skirt, have your shorts. That's 3 bottoms right there. If you pack 2 different shirts for those 3 bottoms, we now have what? 2, 4, 6 outfits. If you going on a 4-day trip, you only gonna be gone 4 days. And then let's not forget, Queens, we have an outfit on in the airport on the way to wherever you're going. That's not packed. We forget that. Okay. Another tip on saving money. When we going on vacation, we always tend to think, hey, oh, I got to get a new outfit. I got to get a new this. I got to get new shoes. If you go into a different country that don't nobody know you, they have not seen you in the shoes, in the dress, in the jeans, in the hat, in the earrings, in any of the items that you own. They have not seen you in them. So it is not necessary for you to continue to get a whole new wardrobe for every vacation that you go on, unless the vacation is causing for a specific theme or specific color that maybe you did not have in your wardrobe. But the first place first is to look and see what we already have. Because if it's my first time in Jamaica, no one in Jamaica has seen me what I wore in Barbados. Okay? Make it make sense, Queens. Anywho, also how to pack light. Learn to roll your clothes or fold your clothes to as small as they can so that when you put them in your suitcase, they're not taking up so much space. So if you need to have so many options, learn to pack so that you can have all of those options, right? Another tip, always, Queens, either wear a fanny pack and put all of your toiletries and makeup in your fanny pack, or always go for that oversized bag so that you can put your smaller little clutch in and maybe your toiletries too. Keep in mind also, now airport security has gotten even stricter. They are including items that are attached to you, like fanny packs, if they see them as a personal item. So, what I would suggest for you ladies is to either clip the fanny pack to where it is behind you, the pouch part, and maybe you have a jacket that can cover it, or attach it to your shoulder so that when you put your jacket over it, it is covering it. Okay, those are some tips, okay, that I'm letting you queens know to be able to get some items onto that plane. Okay, so any questions, comments? Let's check and see. I don't see any. So moving on, ladies. So let's get into it. So, celebrity tea time picks, like I said, these are queens that I would love to have a conversation with. And I just like to share with you 1 or 2 questions that I would possibly ask them, because it is my manifestation that I will have tea with these queens. Okay. So last week, Those two queens that I shared with you that I would love to have tea with was Halle Berry, Halle Berry, okay? And the legend, RIP, Cicely Tyson, okay? This week's celebrity tea time picks, okay? First one up, First Lady herself, Michelle Obama, okay? Michelle Obama is an icon. She is an author. She is a trendsetter in her own rights, okay? As First Lady, she showed America, okay? Well, not just America, she showed the world, okay? What the role truly meant to be the First Lady, okay? Because Michelle Obama was not on the sidelines, baby. Baby was in the public, okay? She was out. She had her programs, the what? Just Move with the children in school, okay? As First Lady, Michelle Obama, I felt was 100% who she was. She was honest, okay? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Michelle Obama. You the only reason why I voted for Barack. I didn't vote for Barack. I voted for you, Michelle Obama, okay? Because I knew I wanted you in the White House as the First Lady. So you got my vote. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of queens out here, can tap in and feel that same way that we was voting for you, okay? And when you said that during that campaign that this was the first time you ever felt like an American, baby, they put a muzzle on you real quick. They did. But I'm going to tell you, Michelle, I still don't feel it. I still ain't never felt like no American, okay? Make sense to me, But when the truth is spoken, okay, some people cannot handle it, okay? But I like that you stood in your truth and you told the people how you felt. This is the first time because you felt the love is what it was. They didn't understand. You felt the love from people other than your people is what it was. You had never felt that, and so you was confused. You was like, wow, I've never felt this. So that's what it was. I tapped in with you on that, Queen. Trust me, I did. So what I want to know, you talked about Michelle Obama and in becoming Michelle Obama, that you was with Obama when he had that hole in his car and you didn't care nothing about it. Make it make sense to these girls today, Michelle, these young girls, because they not women. Because no woman would say of where they not going to do this and that on a date, this and the third, because it's real superficial. Because if you can sit in the car with a hole in the floor, why they can't go to the Cheesecake Factory? I'm confused. But that's a different topic, okay? But this is my question to you, Michelle. That first day when you woke up in that White House as First Lady Michelle Obama, okay, and you was walking through them White House hallways, baby, what was your theme song in your head? What was going through your head? What was the song? Because you said you had a workout playlist. You shared that with the world, your workout playlist. But what was your playlist of your theme song when you walking through them halls? Because I can be, thinking I would be listening to Eve. Who's that girl? What? La 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 la. That would have been my theme song. So, what would have been your theme song, First Lady Michelle Obama? Second question. Did you ever get any pressure from Barack to have a third child because he was itching to maybe have a boy? Did y'all have that conversation? Maybe you have answered it, but I haven't seen the answer anywhere. But did he do that? So that was the first celebrity tea time. First Lady Michelle Obama, queen, baby. Queen in her own right, okay? Second one, let's get into it. Miss Jada Pinkett, baby. From a different world to Red Table Talk, baby. Jada Pinkett, you are my ghetto homegirl turned glamour queen, okay? You are one of the most underrated actresses in the game. They forget about you sometimes, Jada. You know, you set it off for us, okay? You took us rolling in the Meadows and Jason lyric, okay? You had us jumping through the Matrix, okay? And you had us dodging bullets and menace to society, Jada. Okay, let's not forget. People forget about that one. And let's not forget, all of them that I mentioned, those are all classic movies. All classic movies, okay? You took us and you got us and drew us in. When you stepped on that scene in a different world, though, that's what got it for me. Was the different world. I said, it's something about her. I couldn't put my finger on what it was, Jada, but I said, she real. And what I don't like is just all this shadowing over this Tupac relationship. Okay, you done been married to Will for over 20 some years. Y'all didn't have y'all ups and downs. But ain't nobody worried about you and Tupac and what would have done went on and the coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not worried about it. Okay. But what really took us out, well, you already know, was when Will slapped Chris Rock. That's what really took us out, Jada. So, hey, who worried about Tupac? We was worried about that slap. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind that type of energy for me, honey. Slap him in front of the whole world if you feel he done disrespected me as your queen. Because I'm gonna be right there for you. Okay? Because it would be vice versa, baby, for me. You know? So I didn't have no problem with it. Now, some people had a little problem with it, but had that same energy to love me like that you would check a person in front of the entire world, okay, for me, and not give a damn, okay? That's the type of love I need. So, anywho, question for you. Was there ever any set that you wanted to walk off of, but you did not? And if you didn't, when you didn't walk off of it, why? What stopped you from walking off of that set that you wanted to walk off of? Okay. Second question. You often play roles of women that seem to be, down to earth, socially conscious, trying to be in a position of growth and better themselves. The woman in Jason's lyrics, she wanted better, set it off. You wanted better, menace to society, you wanted better. All these roles have always been about a woman who wants to emerge into her best self. Okay. Why do you think you're drawn to those roles? how does that relate to you in your real life? Because you seem to be always on a journey of getting better to the next level in a different aspect of your life, Jada. And I love you for that. Okay. You shed a lot of light on a lot of issues for women of color. Okay. By doing that and by sharing your story. Okay. So that's what I would have wanted to know, Jada. How do you relate to those roles? And why do you think you're attracted to those type of roles? So yes, queens, those are my picks for today, celebrity tea time picks. Lady Michelle Obama and Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, so let me check the comments before I log off. Make sure I don't miss anyone, queens. But as always, I enjoy my time with you, queens. I enjoy sharing with you how to save money. I enjoy sharing with you how to travel like a queen. I enjoy sharing with you just dating tips, just my opinions and my thoughts. And please don't judge me for my thoughts and my opinions. They're just mine. Okay? So, as always, queens, always wear your crowns. Never let them tilt. I mean, they can tilt, but never fall. Okay? See you next time, queens. Next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Facebook Live and YouTube Live, coming soon to a TikTok near you. Bye.